Welcome back to the 2025 Australian IRB Championships here at the beautiful Southwest Rocks, brought to you by SHARKSKIN. I'm Harold Marshall, and today we'll be crowning our Open champions. Over the past 4 days, we've seen emerging talent light up the under-23 heats, followed by the fierce competition in the Masters. From explosive starts off the beach to tight turns around the cans and heart-stopping finishes on the shore, this is where precision, power, poise, and teamwork come together. Today's racing pushes every element of surf lifesaving to its limit. From explosive speed and precision in the tube rescue to the organised chaos of the mass rescue, the unity of the team's rescue, and the raw pace and instinct in the classic IRB rescue. This is what it comes down to, seconds between glory and heartbreak. One team will be crowned Australian champions. Surf lifesaving lovers, it is finals time here for the 2025 SHARKSKIN IRB Championships at the picturesque Southwest Rocks. Harold Marshall here with you all morning. Beside me, expert commentator, athlete, legend of the sport, Josh Clemson. Welcome to the box, mate.
It's great to be here, Harold. As you said, perfect day, beautiful day. Look at the conditions we can see from that drone shot there. Amazing. Sun's out, guns out. It's going to be a great day.
The guns are out. Take us through the course overview for today, please.
So start-finish line, we're going to see is going to be the same for all of our events today. We've got 8 lanes, so there'll be 8 competitors in each final today. When we're looking out the back at the cans, okay, we've got 3 cans out there. That first can is the turning buoy. So in each of the races today, you'll see the boat navigate around that in a 360 degrees from right to left. The second buoy is a patient pickup buoy. In most of the races, the patient will be there, except for the tube. When it's a tube race, the patient will be at that third buoy. The swimmer will go all the way to there and back to the other first can to be picked up.
So these races are timely, it's all about teamwork, and it's all about technique.
That's exactly right. So yeah, course from the beach to the first can, just over 100 metres, and then from the first can out to the third can, just under 30 metres.
Yeah, so we're on board here with Bungan Beach, just showing how fast these boats can actually go. What is the top speed?
Yeah, 43 kilometres an hour, top speed of these boats. So we see driver and crew person in the boat, crew person sitting back, trimming the boat out nicely, moving in to do a turn on the can, crew person getting in position, digging that nose in so they can get that boat around the can nicely, in position now to pick the patient up, swinging around, having a little bit of trouble getting that patient in. That's not to perfection, but we see them get that patient in the boat, making their way back down to the beach now, and they're going to do a transition on the beach.
The beauty I love about this ride with Bungan, we get to see it all. We get to see the difference between the good, the bad, and the indifferent. And the perfect is coming up shortly, but the transition there, driver up and out, about running around the buoy, tagging for the next driver, and then we're back in, rinse and repeating.
That's right, crew person and patient right now getting the boat ready for the driver to get in and go out for the second leg. One pull and away we go. Crew person, get that nose down, then they're back, trimming the boat out, getting it up to its top speed, just before getting ready to enter the cans for the second time.
So watch closely at home, ladies and gentlemen, because this is perfect. So nice and fast around this next one, and then you won't even see the patient get in on this next pickup.
Yep. Coming across, looping up, patient's already in, and away we go. Much cleaner than the first pickup. That's exactly how you want it to be, especially today in this finals package we have.
Yeah, there is no room for error today because there's going to be seconds between glory and heartbreak. Between gold and silver, moments, milliseconds, nothing in it.
There is nothing in it. And today, beginning with the mass rescue, what the mass rescue looks like, again, same start as finish as we said. One driver, one crew person enter the boat. They navigate their way out through the waves, around that first turning buoy, into the patient pickup. They pick up one patient, return back to shore. Once they return back to shore, all three are going to exit the boat. The crew person and patient are going to stay with the boat while the driver runs up around. They're going to turn it around. Enough water to get back in around the first turning buoy. Back out to the patient, pick the second patient up. Returning back to shore. Driver exits the boat, runs across that start-finish line. Hopefully, for some gold.
Oh, we will see what happens over the next few moments, because this is their last efforts for the season. We've got Venus Bay, Hampton, Broadbeach, Williamstown, Kurrawa, Miami, North Cronulla, and the Kurrawa Team TS. So 2 Kurrawa teams in the final here. And some big omissions in there. No Caves Beach, no Kira.
Yeah, bit of heartbreak there for those 2 big clubs. We see Broadbeach CS, winner of the Masters Mass. Can they back it up in the Opens? And Hampton M doing very well in the 23 Mass too.
When you say very well, perfect. They were dominant. They were 6 podiums from 8 races on the Friday. It was only a couple of days ago, so the momentum is there. And also on screen, Broadbeach, so strong yesterday afternoon. We are now in the starters' hands. So we're off and away, nice and clean through the middle. Who's going to be the pick of the bunch at the moment? Looks like Kurrawa's going to be the first ones in, pulling that trigger nice and fast. Bottom of the screen, so it's Kurrawa at 1 and 2 at the moment, tucked in next to them. Miami looking strong as well, possibly just leading us out in that number 1 position.
Yeah, Williamstown also with a pretty good start. Broadbeach not far behind. Venus Bay in lane 1 with the best of it. Broadbeach with a very quick first can turn. Look how even this field is now for those top 4.
Oh, Venus Bay at the top of the screen. 2 great turns, 1 pickup through there. That is number 1 at the moment. Tucked in next to them. Broadbeach in 2 next to Williamstown and Kurrawa. That is our top 4 at the moment. Transition boat needs to be up and away. The foot speed from Venus Bay is looking amazing at the moment. They're going to be the first ones back to the boat. Crew pulling it back into nice deep water. The pickup, the pull needs to be perfect. Are we away? Yes, we're away.
Fantastic transition there from Venus Bay. They came in first and they only extended from there. That is exactly what you need.
So Venus Bay holding on at the moment. Watch for Kurrawa and Williamstown through lanes 3 and 4. But at the moment, Venus Bay just getting a little bit stuck on that first one. Perfect pickup is what it needs to be. But this is a race in 4 at the moment. Broadbeach now coming to the 4. But it's Venus Bay holding on at the moment.
Yeah, Venus Bay boat just in front of Broadbeach, who's just a nose in front of Kurrawa in 5. Williamstown just behind the pace there. Can they get a good exit?
Venus Bay taking home the Australian title. This means everything to the ladies from the south. Getting it done. The red cap with the yellow and the blue. Start to finish.
Yeah, that is exactly how you need to perform in an Australian final, and that's what she did.
So all provisional at this stage because it is so technical. Our officials will check that over. But at the moment, we'll say the team of Sophie Finlay, May James, Jess Moore, and Yutaki Taniguchi is the 4 from the Venus Bay Team S. And what does the S stand for? Superior is what it stands for today.
Definitely so. That was a superior effort. It was classy. It was clean.
It was super speedy is what it was.
Speedy.
Yes.
Another S.
All the S's, but it does end in a yes. And it's a gold medal provisionally at this stage. The minor placings, we're not too sure what order that was in, but that was absolute perfection from the top of the screen.
Yeah, showing just a bit of a replay of the start there. Straight in, 1 pull, off and away we go. Didn't have to contend with too many bumps and waves on the way out. Coming into that first turn, we see just a nose in front, moving into the pickup. Very clean pickup. No issues there whatsoever. Very clean exit on that transition. Getting around very speedily. Heading back down to the boat. That crew person had that boat in perfect water. Look, straight in, on the kill switch, on the pull, and they're away.
Perfect. And they'll be lucky with that. It's so intricate. All these details need to be executed perfectly, and that's exactly what it was. But watch this final. I think it's going to be Broadbeach there in that second place. So some more podium work there for the Broadbeach CS crew, and then they dip across the line. Kurrawa CS team as well.
Yeah, definitely. great performance from all top 4 racers there. Very minimal mistakes made for the whole top 4. And we've got John Hamry on the beach with the winners.
Yeah, good morning, Josh, and some very happy competitors down here. Sophie and Jess from Venus Bay. Take us through that race.
Oh, wow. It was amazing from the start. I mean, we were so lucky with our start and can turns. We're just over the moon. It's our first time racing together.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely stoked.
Yeah, perfect race. It was unbelievable. Feels so good.
Well, you had Broadbeach knocking on the door, Carl knocking on the door too, but you never gave up coming out that alley number 1. And the end result, the 100 metres out, and you really pushed it on. So, you said first time racing. What a day to start the finals.
Oh, absolutely. We had our blinkers on, so...
Yeah, we didn't even know we were racing at that point. We were just straight up ahead, looking where we're going.
An amazing field. We're so grateful to be racing against such amazing athletes. It was fully stacked, so, very grateful.
And an amazing area as well. We're from Victoria, so it's pretty warm up here.
Well, Sophie and Jess and the rest of the team, go enjoy it. You're Australian champions for 2025.
Thank you so much.
So Venus Bay getting it done. And we talked earlier about mindset and having that growth mindset. That it just felt like they said they had the blinkers on. It was them and them only in the water, and they just executed what they needed to. Venus Bay, Broadbeach, Kurrawa, top 3, Williamstown, Hampton. Kurrawa is where it's at. Congratulations to all of those teams here in that first Aussie final today.
Yeah, as they said there, it felt perfect. Blinkers on. They get in that flow state. When you're in that state of flow, nothing can stop you. But now, we've got the men's getting ready on the line. We have Kira, Miami, North Cronulla, another team from Miami, Caves Beach, 2 from Kurrawa, and Thirroul. We've got the winner of last year's event in lane 1 of Kira Team BI.
Patients making their way out to the water. That was absolutely fantastic. Whistle's now gone. Starters' hands as we wait for that hush across the crowd. And we're off and away cleaned. First of the male finals here. Not much in it at the moment. There looks like 7 of the 8 got away nice and clean at the moment, but through the middle, leading us through that first turn.
Yeah, Caves just with their nose in front. Kira in lane 1, definitely on the pace. North Cronulla in 3, also on the pace. Yeah, lane 1, 3 and 5 there. That's Kira, North Cronulla, Caves, just with their nose in front. Don't rule out Thirroul in lane 8, though. Hot on their tail.
Yeah, Thirroul had a really nice semi-final earlier. We'll just see what the water's doing as we get closer and closer to shore. But these boys are really fast. And look at this. Still anyone's race at the moment. It's going to come down to the pick up and the turn. Getting off the beach nicely in this transition there. Caves Beach looking strong through their crew in and away, full throttle, and they're off at the moment.
Yeah,
come on.
Great transition from Caves. Got their now boat in front of Kira in lane 1. Not far behind them. North Cronulla in 3. Looking down to Thirroul in 8. Top 4 have a bit of a gap on the rest of the field now. How well will they do in the cans? This will decide your first place. Caves reigning supreme. Still 1 boat in front of Kira. However, Thirroul worked their way up into 3rd. 4th place is now going to be a battle.
Look at the boat at the bottom of the screen from Thirroul. They're flying through at the moment. Race in 3. Caves, Thirroul, and Kira. It's going to be on the dispatch. Who's got the fastest leg speed? Top of the screen. Was it Caves? Was it Kira? That was ultra close. Looks like Caves has claimed it. But lane 1, that was there. Oh, that was really close, Josh.
Yeah, that's the iconic Ben Domeraki finish. Many know about, many study, many try to practice. Keeping that pace out of the boat is incredibly difficult to do. Was it enough to secure that first place position? Caves might have just held it out enough.
Yeah, Caves is claiming it at the moment. Just wait for some action in the background to see if there's anything from the Kira team in alley number 1. You know him better than I do.
Yeah, a little disappointed. Doesn't seem to think he's got it.
So Caves taking it out. Unbelievable. Take us through the start here.
Yeah, all those boats, great water for all those boats there, not much of an issue, but you see Caves there with the blue rashi. One start, away we go, a little bit of a bump. No issues at all. Moving into the first set of cans now. Very clean turns, straight into the pickups now. Transition was key. They're around, they're in. Jumping in the boat now. Yeah, a little bit of a fumble from Kira did slow them down a little bit, which kept Caves in the lead. And then second leg, Kira did not gain. They did not slow. Perfect race from Caves. No mistakes made. Great finish.
What a finish there. Caves Beach, start to finish, looking strong, getting it done. It was closer than it looked, wasn't it?
Even with this slow-mo, it's very close. But we've got John Hamry on the beach with Caves. John Hamry.
Well, that's good. Let the excitement calm down a little bit.
Oliver and Luca. Caves, how's it feel?
Oh, it feels great. Yeah, we've had a really good run through the masses this weekend. Southwest Rocks is a special place for us, so pretty stoked to take that one out.
And mate, you knocked off the Australian champions from last year, Kira, and you came second in the worlds to Kira, and today you got the gold medal.
Yeah, we could feel them hot on our heels, and we didn't want to let it slip, for a third time. So pretty happy to change up the positions.
So tell us what does it get to take here to Southwest Rocks, all that time and effort to get here?
Yeah. Look, you got to put together a perfect race in these conditions. There's really no other way to get even into the finals. The semi-finals was the scariest race all weekend. So to put together to get to there and then to do it again in the final is all you can ask for.
Well, mate, you start off on the right foot. You got a gold medal around your necks. You're Australian champions, K's 2025. Go and enjoy and get ready for your next race.
Yoo-hoo. Thanks, everyone. Love it.
Thank you, John. So we now have the official results in. Caves, Beach Caves Maroon in 1, Kira Team BI in 2nd, and Thirul in 3rd. To wrap up the podium, on 2, Miami, Karawa and Miami to round out the points in the top 6.
It meant everything to that club. A gold medal in one of the hottest contested events. What do we got next? The Teams Rescue, Josh.
Teams Rescue, very similar to the Mass Rescue. However, first driver, first crewie jump in, navigate away, out around the first turning buoy, pick up one patient. This time, though, when they return to the beach, all 3 are going to jump out. The driver's going to run up around, tag a new driver, a new crewie are going to enter the boat for the second leg. It's not the same crew doing both legs this time. They're going to go out around that turning buoy, back to the patient buoy, pick up that last patient and rip it back home. So yeah, very similar to the Mass Rescue, but this time different driver, different crew person will participate in that second leg.
So momentum is a key thing with the squad. So Caves just watching their squad take out that gold medal, get to this next race. We've got the Karawa teams next to each other in 1 and 2. Broadbeach, Venus Bay, Kira, Sunset, Miami, and Caves, the final here for the Teams Rescue. Starters' hands. That was some electric racing. Just waiting for that final whistle. There it is. We're now in starters' hands. So off and away here for the team's rescue. Ladies getting in. All boats are equal. None are too deep. But top of the screen, Kurrawa teams, looks like a training run at the moment in 1 and 2. Right-hand side flank as well, Broadbeach. That's the 1, 2, and 3. All the paces come from there, but we saw the back end last time. The speed came from lane 8, but the first 3 to turn has now turned into 5.
Yeah, that's right. Kira there on lane 5 with a great first turn. Moved them up a little bit. Kurrawa in 2 may have missed their pickup, having to go around again. Looking down the bottom of our screen there, that's Caves. Work their way up into second, just behind Broadbeach in lane 3. Coming into the transition now, Broadbeach have exited nicely. Kira, Caves all exited out of the boat nicely, heading in to tag the second leg.
So yeah, long transition run here for the ladies. Broady in, pulling and away. They're the first ones away. Caves just trying to get that out a little bit sloppy on the start, but through the middle there. Venus Bay and the Kira SA team moving their way from about 6th into 3rd at the moment. Top of the screen in second place is going to be that Kurrawa DLLG team. But at the moment, it is all Broadbeach.
Yeah, massive transition from Broadbeach. They gained lots of time there. Now in a very comfortable spot to finish this race off. Battle for second between Kurrawa and Venus Bay. Kira seem to be just sitting back in that 4th position. Can they work their way up?
Yeah, Sunset's still got some work to do, and Cave's not out of it yet, but this is all about Broadbeach. You're going to take this one through awkwardly, but it's going to be enough on the line. Oh, it might have been Kurrawa and Venus Bay.
Yeah, Kurrawa, then Venus Bay, then down to Kira in 4. So, yeah, great effort from Broadbeach. Put themselves in enough of a position where they could finish nicely, finish cleanly, get across that line for the gold.
Yeah, Sunset was thereabouts as well, but it is the strength of the squad, the team with the minimal amount of errors coming through, and Broadbeach Black team has turned it all into gold.
Yeah, that's right. It was a fantastic race from that squad there. You see on camera now. They got in. They were in the lead straight from the get-go. Great first leg. First can turn, first patient pickup, and then that transition. How was that transition? Multiple boat lengths gained in such a short period of time.
And that really just, I guess, enhances or just hammers home why at training, even though it may seem mundane, every time you hit the beach, you need to work the sand perfectly. Getting back in, when we're doing our starts, everything needs to be precise, because when you do that over and over again, it's elementary. You come through, you execute, and then you have pickups like that there from the Kurrawa team. And look at this. Caves Beach was in that first position at the moment, holding on to that lead. But like you said, that transition here was absolutely elite. Solid run through, hop through, kill switch, one motion, one pull, off and away.
Yeah, you see Finlay there, the second driver for Broadbeach, get in, down on the kill switch, pulled that motor, first start. Fantastic work. Very clean around the cans, into the patient pickup. Oh. Clean, patient straight in, barely touched the edge of the boat then. Very speedy.
Super effort there from the Broadbeach Black team. All preliminary at this stage again, because everything is so technical. Dip across the line. So like we said, it was going to be that Venus Bay in that 3rd spot. And I think if the Kira team had another 3 metres or 2 metres on that finish line, they probably would have got through to the podium. But it's all about the Broadbeach Black team on the beach with John Hambry.
Yeah, thanks, Harold. We've got Chantel. How's it feel? Gold medal time again.
Mate, gold's always good. We're the Masters in the 23s, taking it out in the Opens, which is fantastic.
Mate, great effort, Simone. Again, you're back on the podium once again. How did it feel today?
Oh, it feels pretty good, especially to do it with my sister, but then all these team with us as well. It's really good.
Okay, go and enjoy. Congratulations, gold medalists and also Australian champions 2025. That's Broadbeach.
Thanks for that, John. Now looking at the official result list from that race there, we have Broadbeach in first, Kurrawa DLLG in second, Venus Bay Team T in third to wrap up the podium. Then looking at Kira Team SA, Sunset Beach New Zealand, BCHC, and Caves Beach, Caves Maroon, closing out your top 6.
Broadbeach putting on a clinic in that one. So it was a team of Masters and a team of 23s.
Yeah, top class work from the ladies there.
So the open male teams. Does this get you excited?
It does. It does. However, on the line, looks like we've got the female tube. So, tube rescue. Same start-finish line. Driver and crew person enter the boat. They're going to navigate their way out, get around that turning buoy. This time, the crew person's going to jump out of that turning buoy. They're going to have a tube with them. They're going to swim from that first can all the way out to that third can to that patient. Throw the tube to the patient. Patient's going to clip up. They're going to kick on their back. Crew person's going to continue swimming back to the boat. Once they get back to that can, they can be picked back up. Navigate around the can one final time before they return home for the driver to exit and cross that start-finish line.
So back into the female. So a few of these ladies will go straight from the finish line back to the start line.
Yeah, very difficult to do, especially coming after a team's rescue. Lots of athleticism required there. To jump on the start line now, you'd be breathing in the big ones, having a bit of a drink, making sure we towel dry off, we get comfortable again, start feeling good.
All right, so the start list coming up, we're going to have the BlackRock Tiny Tubers. So that's going to be Alec Hend, Emma Hend, and Amelia Toogood. Kurrawa CS team, Courtney Keish, Al Shepherd, and Simone Van Eck. The Kima Downs Red team, Kira Dale, Kathy Foster, Brad Honey. The Kira Team BM, which is Michaela Evans, Tia Domaraki with Michael McAteer. North Avoca Hit and Miss, Cara Cannon, Emma Duggan, Ella Kemble. And then we've got the Caves Beach Maroon and Black teams next to each other, which is going to have Tori Coppin, Elkie Wallace Smith and Sam Coppin, along with the Black team of Shay Harvey, Hayley Walmsley and Will Coppin. And then the Broadbeach CE team rounding out this final, Chantel Fife, Ethne Jack and Ryan Wilson. That is our final for the IRB Tube Rescue.
Yeah, so we see Chantel Fife there lining up again in lane 8. Winner of that last event there, the open female teams. Whistle's gone, in the starter's hands. Lights out and away we go. In the boats nicely for all our teams there. Great start from Chantel Fife in lane 8. Also, Kurrawa up in lane 2, getting the best of it. Not far behind them, Kira in 4. North Avoca getting around the can nicely in 5 as well.
So this is the one where you've got to have your specialist swimmers in, and they can make the difference with everything. And then I know that North Avoca is going to have one of the fastest swimmers out there at the moment, and we saw the same last time with the Broadbeach team as well. They were absolutely flying through the water, but this is where the sum of the team needs to be strong. We need to have a strong swimmer, the strong kick, in order to make their way back through. So a few of these teams will have the men as the kicker because they've got a strong kick and they can get themselves back into the boat with haste. And like I said, at the bottom of the screen, the Broadbeach CE team just making their way from about 4th into that first position at the moment as they get through that middle can.
Yeah, that's right. You got Broadbeach and you got Caves there in lane 6 and lane 7, probably rounding out your top 3 for the moment. Again, the pickup, which we spoke about a little bit earlier, is vital in this tube race. Can you get your crew person and patient in the boat fast? Caves there picking up a little bit early. Can they get their crew in and around that can nicely? Broadbeach may have done it just a little bit fast. Oh no, Caves with the speed out of the pickup. Caves into Broadbeach into Caves. There's your top 3. How will they cross the line? Who can exit the boat the best?
So all at the bottom of the screen. So Cave Beach Black in 7. Broadbeach holding their feet. Caves Beach Black are going to take home a gold. Dipping across the line, it's going to be Broadbeach CE in 2 and then Maroon Caves Beach in 3. Yeah. Oh, look at the girls. They're loving this.
Yeah, great effort from those southern lanes then. Those pickups were fantastic. Got to the boat, got in the boat, got around that can very smoothly.
So smooth, and the ladies are absolutely pumped to be getting this done. We talked about momentum in the squad. We just saw the boys taking up the race earlier. Now the squad is back on the podium again, but twice. The first and a bronze.
Yeah, is it going to be a Caves and Broadbeach day?
Maybe.
Caves, Broadbeach, Caves, Broadbeach.
The data doesn't lie. Look at this start. So they were out there early, but it was the Maroon squad from Caves that got out nice and early. They were in there, quick pull off and away. So they were in that third spot. Top of the screen is where we thought the action was coming from, that Currawa CS team. But the pickups need to be perfect each time. And it was that Caves Beach team in black in 7 that actually came home really strong.
Yeah, that's right. So we see the swimmers here. So, yeah, lane 7 there, possibly in 3rd or 4th position. Then by the time they're getting picked up, they're back in first. They get to the can the same time as Broadbeach in lane 8. Broadbeach there maybe just a second, half a second too late. Half a second's everything in the tube rescue pickup.
What a finish. That was all the bottom end, and they absolutely claimed that. The tube swimmer, the crewie absolutely pumped. Great work. The squad's coming in. Hugs from behind because it is more points going back to the Cave Beach squad. Oh, didn't even see that one. John Hamry down there with the Caves crew once more.
Well, Super Sunday for the Caves. What a fantastic effort, girls. Unbelievable. Take us through that race, Shay.
Oh, look, I just wanted to get Hayley out there, get her in the water, and just let her do her thing. She's awesome. She smashes every race. Every race we've done this weekend, she's absolutely pumped it. So and to have Will there with us, it's been, from our first tube to where we are now, is insane.
You just told me you trifecta. You've won quite a few championships. Just take us through that.
So we won our interstate for the 23s New South Wales team, and then we won our 23s tube, and then we just won opens. So
you haven't won opens. You're the Australian champions of 2025.
Yeah, it's insane.
Well, go and enjoy, and congratulations, you other Australian champions 2025, and one more medal to add to your collection.
Thank you.
Thanks, John Hamry. Amazing work from those girls there, winning the 23s and backing it up for the opens.
How hard is that to do?
Incredibly difficult.
Wow. So Caves Beach, black, the gold. Broadbeach, Caves Beach maroon in that bronze medal position. Kiama Downs, North Avoca, Kira, Currawa and Blackrock. That is the final results there for the female tube rescue. And we're on the male tube now.
Yeah, male tube lining up on the line now. We've got the start list coming in. Lane 1, Nobbies, New South Wales. 2, Barwon Heads, 13th Beach. 3, Point Lookout. 4, Caves Beach. 5, Currawa. 6, Currawa. 7, Caves. And 8, Currawa. Am I repeating myself, Harold?
It sounded like half of a speech impediment. You haven't had a stroke halfway through it, but there is Currawa everywhere. But, you know, we're looking at the team from Lee and Christy, Kobe Green, through the middle there. It's going to be tough to see because Aussie finals so close to the starters' hands. Nobbies have been the dark horse all weekend as well. Nice little resurgence there in the squad. So guns up, end away. We're out at a rate of knots at the moment. Just noting the semi-finals, the Caves Beach Maroon squad won that one comfortably just in front of the Currawa SM squad. Semi-final number 2, Nobbies. That was really strong. Remember that one earlier from this morning. Can they back it up again? But who have we got in the lead?
Yeah, Caves Beach Maroon there around the can in first place. Not far behind them. 13th Beach Barwon Heads in lane 2. Then looking at Currawa LK. Don't rule out that swimmer. He has dropped in last before and come out victorious.
So number 7 position at the moment. It looks like they're going to be the first one to clip up and pick up through.
Yeah, Caves Beach Black.
So Caves Beach Black, so they're noting to swim past and let them pick it up on the way through so that there's no momentum lost with the swimmer. Different techniques, different horses for course, but it seems to be working at the moment. But tucked in next to them, it's that Currawa SM team that are making their way through.
Yeah, Currawa CJ and Currawa SM on either side of Caves there down in the southern lanes. Also, don't rule out Nobbies, New South Wales up in lane 1. Huge effort there. Coming in for the pickups now, the drivers are. Currawa are picking up. Nobbies, New South Wales are picking up. Who can get around fastest?
It's going to be Nobbies at the top, we believe, or they just jammed up there. What's happening there? No, it is Nobbies at the top at the moment, along with the Currawa squad. It's going to be a sprint race, a foot race across the beach. Take us through the finish here, Josh.
Yeah, coming into the finish is going to be very difficult here. Good water for the finish. Who can get out fastest? Bit of a stumble from both of them. Cave. No, not Cave. Nobby's New South Wales. Less of a stumble. Running across the line.
Yeah, it looked like the chest was trying to go over, but they've claimed that already. Top of the screen, the Nobbies should have gone to Specsavers, not even needed because these guys are so quick. Sam Foster, Jack Hawkins, Connor Johansson. The boys are absolutely pumped.
Yeah, massive swim from the boys there. Didn't jump in first, didn't jump in last. Kept that position good, just nudged their way into that first place position. Pick up superb, it was clean, it was nice. And they returned home for victory.
What I loved about it was the back end of that patient toe. So it was the last 5 metres or so. They probably put a metre or so on the rest of the team, and that was enough just to keep that nose in front. Sprint finish, great execution across the sand, and they took that one out. Look at this, the Nobby squad of the Hunter Branch taking home another Aussie gold medal.
Yeah, that's where it's so important to have a great tube patient on your team. If they're not pulling on that tube while that swimmer is swimming, it's giving that swimmer the extra energy to finish that swim. They can finish the whole swim at top pace. They don't start slowing down. They don't start running out of energy. So we see Caves Beach there still leading out that front pack. Nobby's jumping in towards the end of the pack. Looking up at lane 1 there. Yeah, swimmer there definitely in last place.
Making their way through. So just at the top of the screen, they're probably, second to third to get up into the boat, but then they are just behind that sign and they are off and away. That was an amazing result there. So last in the water for the swim and come out first. Unbelievable stuff there. Nobbies taking that one out, just waiting for the final results. Let's look at Cave Beach Maroon. We're going to be in that third place. Karawa SM taking home the silver. Oh, what scenes. That is unbelievable work that you're never out of it in this race. And the guys left everything out there, put it all in the water. John Hambry down with the Nobbies. Should have gone to Specsavers, gold medalists.
Yeah, thanks Harold, and provisional results and still in the mix, boys. But Connor, what a fantastic effort.
Yeah, look, we're super happy. The boys have been trained really hard. We've had a great support team, managers, coaches, parents, and amazing people at Nobbies behind us. We couldn't have done it without them. And more importantly, we couldn't have done it without the great state of New South Wales.
That's fantastic, mate. Sam, electrifying finish. Anyone's game at this point of time. What goes through your head at that race when you came back home?
Oh, we came out of the pickup and we saw her in it. It was just hit the beach as hard as you could. We saw her in the top 3. We were going to be stoked with any medal, but we were just wanted to hit the beach as hard as we could. I think we pipped them, but we'll wait and see.
Jack, how you feel?
Absolutely buggered, but I've got to thank Sammy for our driver. We've worked really hard on our turns and that. I've also got to thank this big lump of meat here, the 6'4" giant swimmer for us, for taking us all the way home to a gold.
Well, mate, go and enjoy, go and sit back and relax and get ready for next one. You are the Australian champions provisionally at this point in time, and we'll see you rest of the program. Thank you.
Oh, John Hambry. Was it a humble brag from New South Wales there? Bit of dominance?
Yeah, I think so. They are definitely putting on the show in the Open Men's today.
Yeah, most definitely they are. And then I know that, it is all about the club, but it is also about the state because the New South Wales clubs love nothing more than giving it to the Queenslanders, or pretty much anyone, to be honest with you. So top 6 on the screen, Nobbies, Karawa, Caves. The Karawa CJ team, more points back for the club. Caves Beach Black, Point Lookout getting some points back to the club, and then Karawa and 13th Beach rounding out our final for the Open Male Tube.
Yeah, great event, great swim from the boys there. But now we've got the Open Male teams on the line.
So we just had a bit of a mix up there with the order changing through. So start list here for the Open Male teams. We've got Miami Beach, Team B, Caves Beach White, Barwon Heads, 13 Beach Bad Boys, the Thurul Yeah the Boys in lane 4, Miami Beach Team C, Broad Beach Team A, Queenscliff Coffee in 7, and then rounding out our final here for the Team's Rescue, Kira Team BC. We will be in the starters' hands very, very shortly. Right now, actually, let's go.
And we're off with the action. Open men's teams. Great start from Ben Domaraki in lane 8 here. Also looking up to Caves Beach, Caves White in lane 2. Not far behind them. Thurul, yeah, the boys in 4.
Yeah, the boys is actually flying at the moment there for Thurul. Quick whip around, that is ultra tight. Got to love these angles there from the drain at the top. Pick up there for Thurul on screen. Bottom of the screen as well, so it's lane 8 for Kira. And then Thurul still leading us out at the moment. Geez, and that third place is all 6 crews are now in.
Yeah, Broadbeach maybe just with their nose in third for the moment, coming into the transition now. This is where you make or break your race. Tagging in the second team crews now, getting back down to the boats. Thurul look like they're just with their nose in front, dealing with a bit of waves there. Kira with a triple pull, slowed them down dramatically. Thurul now wide open in front.
And Broadbeach now just moved into that second spot at the moment, but Thurul holding on at the moment. Yeah, the boys, Broadbeach in 2. Top of the screen, is there a bit of action there from Miami? They're going to come home strong. We know they're good. Oh, Kira Team BC somehow making their way back into what has happened here.
This has completely closed the gap on the field. Kira maybe with their nose just in front. Thurul slowing down, giving the rest of the pack a chance to get the gold.
So 5 here, 1 gold medal on offer. It's going to be on the dismount. This is surely not going to be the bottom of the screen. Thurul just holding on for dear life. They had the race in the palm of their hands, conceded a little bit on that last pickup to open up the gate for everyone else, but they were able to just shut it in front of the Kira Team BC that came from nowhere to make their way onto the podium. And I think that third place could be anyone's.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of teams coming across the line at the same time there. Very difficult job the line judges have to deal with right now. But yeah, Thurul, they had the lead. They gave it up a little bit, and then they finished just as strong as they started.
Like we said, the sum of all parts earlier needs to be working in unison in order to execute, to be perfect, to get the performance out there and the team on screen. Thurul, yeah, the boys, and that is spelled B-O-U-Y-S. Nice play on word there. And look at this. The start was perfect again from just so fast into the water, starting us off with that lead.
Yeah, great start there. So we can see only minimal mistakes required to win this event. Just with their nose, just behind Kira coming into that first transition. Very speedy transition, dealing with that wave perfectly. Kira there with a couple pulls, putting them back in like 4th or 5th position. Made it back in the cans, but Thurul unstoppable.
Yeah, just a little bit sloppy on that last turn, but it wasn't enough to concede that lead. Top of the screen, alley number 3.
Yeah, may have exited a little bit slowly. Broadbeach Team A might have crossed the line. Also looking up the northern end, lane 1 of Miami. Anyone's guess who's third place. But we have John Hamry with the provisional winners there, Thurul.
Yeah, thanks Josh, got Jaden from Thurul. How do you boys do it?
Mate, it's just been heaps of training and it's just all tied together. Our turns have been dialed and pickups are just flying, so team's doing really well.
Mate, you're on point in that race. It was anyone's game at the end there, but you just powered on and just really showed what you can made of.
Yeah, Maxie brought us home. Good old stumbles, didn't do it this time, so it's good to see.
And what does this mean for Thurul, mate? You're gold medal Australian champions as we stand here now. So what does it mean for your club and yourself?
Oh, I'm sure the club's going to be stoked, and it's a lot of effort that I've come, and now we're here.
A lot of effort, money and time, and a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah, good old Scotty. He's put a lot into the team, and I think it's paid off.
Well, it's paid off today, mate. You are the Australian champions. You all got a gold medal. Congratulations to Thurul.
Cheers, mate.
I don't like to be that guy, but that was another New South Wales club getting it done.
Yeah, New South Wales definitely putting on a bit of a clinic today.
That was so fast, though. Like the way they were able to wade through the water, seamless transitions, hop, skip, and a jump straight in, kill switch, flicked, on the landing, square it up, pull, gone.
Yeah, it was a very speedy exit, but now working our way into the IRB rescue. So, again, same start-finish line, 1 driver, 1 crewie, 1 patient in this race. Driver and crewie enter the boat out around that first turning can, then onto the second can to pick up that patient, return to shore. as fast as possible, get a good exit, get across the line, and hope you've done enough to get that gold. So, start list for the open female IRB Surf Rescue. In 1, Broadbeach Team CS. 2, Kira Team BJ. 3, Karawa TS. 4, Karawa DL. 5, Hampton M. 6, Caves Beach Caves Maroon. 7, Caves Beach Caves Black. And rounding it out in 8, Miami Beach Team B.
Last individual event as such for these ladies with the teams up. Starters' hands. 35 seconds till glory. Guns up and away. This race is about the Masters trying to give it to the young ladies. We've got the 23s, we've got the experience, we've got the current, we've got the former, we've got the present, and they're away. And looking out at the moment, Carl, there in 3 at the moment, is leading us out. Nice and tight. Kira Team BJ tucked in on that right-hand side. Hampton M is not out of it yet. First turn needs to be perfect. Bottom of the screen. Look at that. Miami ultra tight through there. One more dive of the boat in second. Kira Team BJ through the middle. Who have we got?
Hampton with some great cam work. Got a boat in front of Kira in 2, then down to Miami in 8. Who can get across the finish line the fastest? Hampton 8 out and running. Kira and Kara across the line for 2nd and 3rd.
That's the double.
For Hampton.
I believe so. Hampton again. They got to that first can at about 3rd to 4th position. But that pickup was ultra fast. That was elite level. That is the best you will see in Australia and all provisionary at the moment. But I believe the Hampton M squad with 1 more gold medal, but this time in the Opens.
Yeah, they call this the dash for cash, and that certainly was a dash. It was very fast. No mistakes can be made when everything is on the line.
Oh, tough stuff there. So Caves Beach on screen with their counterparts from South Maroubra. That was swift. We'll just wait for that dive on the line to see what the minor placings would have been, but nothing to be taken away from the Hampton M squad. Mia Osler, Stephanie York in the boat. Patient was Josh Laney. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, great effort. Definitely weren't first going into the cans there, but that first turn, class, it was clean. Onto the patient pickup, straight in, and back to shore. Exit was perfect as well.
Oh, perfect. 35 seconds. It feels like sometimes it's a bit of a coin toss, but you've still got to execute. You just see through here. Caves Beach got off to a nice start, up and through, but it was the top of the screen there for Karawa. Got a couple of good starts through there. Crazy stuff there.
Yeah, so no mistakes from Hampton on the start there. Just a little bit slower than everyone else, that's all. Karawa got that pace on that start. Going into the can, we have Hampton, going 3rd into the cans. Coming out of the cans in 1st place after that patient pickup. Very quick.
Just able to maintain that boat trimming around that last can, keeping that full throttle down, keeping that boat nice and flat. See, that's fast there from Karawa, but it wasn't as fast as that Hampton N squad. Has made their way through. Great transition onto the beach, keeping her feet nicely, and that's a dominant victory.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want in the surf rescue. Perfect race. Looking at the dismount now, but we have John Hamry with the winners.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. We got Moz and Josh here. Happy Hampton Day once again.
Yeah, pretty happy with today. We had a couple of finals where we weren't super stoked, but to come away with the rescue is massive. Really full support by the whole team. Couldn't have done it without Ben, Jess, who spent hours... Oh, here we go. Hold on. Steph's arrived. Couldn't have done it without them spending days and days and days on all of our gear. To keep us in that is pretty unreal, so we're pretty happy with that.
Take us through that first part of the race. It's a sprint, more or less. Yeah, nothing. So what goes through your mind when you just hit that beach?
Just trying to get in the boat as fast as possible, get off the beach as fast as possible, and lock in so we can hopefully get Josh in and go.
You've had a great weekend and pretty proud for yourself and Hampton.
Yeah, very stoked. Club's done unreal. We were definitely not expecting to come away with results like this. So super proud of the whole team. We've done unreal.
We're going to enjoy, Moz. enjoy your gold medal because you are the Australian champions. Thank you.
John. Thank you.
So Miles, or commonly referred to as Mia Osler there. Very subdued there, gold medal. Just happy to be here, but the excellence was on point. All smiles on dials there for the squad. Congratulations. 2 races to go. Start list for the penultimate race for the men's surf rescue. Kira Team CT, Barwon Heads 13 Beach, Miami Beach Team D, Williamstown, South Melbourne, Barwon Heads 13 Beach. That's their JK team. So 2 in the final. Hampton Team J and Kira Team JC. That is the final here for the surf rescue. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Anything will happen. We've got the under-23 winner in lane 1. Can they do the double, same as the girls?
Miami been sneaky all day. They've been thereabouts. Is this the race they're going to take this one out? Now in the starters' hands.
Guns up and away we go for the open male surf final.
South Melbourne, is that leading us off at the moment there through the middle and lane 5, top of the screen there. Kira trying to hold on. It's going to be tight. The tightest turns all weekend have been from that CT team.
Yeah, they've gone just in with their nose in front of everyone else. Don't count out South Melbourne, a little bit slower on the pickup. However, Kira Team JC down in lane 8 with a great pickup. Kira CT in 1 keeping the speed out of their pickup.
13th not out of it yet either, so this is CT at the top of the screen holding on to that 1. Barwon heads into that 2nd to 3rd position. Finish needs to be perfect. Deal across the line. The double is done.
They've done the double. Kira CT, team of Cody Nash, Ty Smith and Tia Domaraki.
Barwon heads, I think that might have been close to that 2nd position there in that lane 6. That was really tight through the finish as well.
Yeah, Barwon heads then down to Kira Team JC in lane 8, wrapping up the top 3.
Oh, it just looked like South Melbourne had it, but just that last pickup, just a tiny little loss of boat speed, and then it just opens up that gate for everyone else. But it was perfect at the top from start to finish. And I said it earlier, the turns from that CT team have been the tightest and the fastest all weekend.
Yeah, the small gap you gain from getting the patient in the boat smoothly, that helps keep the speed of the boat up, which is exactly what Kira CT did. So yeah, you do see South Melbourne in the middle there with that blue rashie on, with their nose just in front going into the cans. They're around the cans, into the pickup. Smooth pickups all round, a little bit slower from some. But yeah, Kira CT kept the pace out of the pickup, trimmed the boat to perfection, finished, ran across the line, kept the speed. For all the glory.
Yeah, and we harp on it at nauseam about how perfect it needs to be. So that South Melbourne squad got to that last patient pickup, equal 1st position, and then came out in that 5th position. So the boat speed was all with the team on screen. Dell is absolutely pumped. Squads everywhere. Tia jumping in everyone's hands. The man with the biggest calves on the beach, Ty Smith. And the squad is now down with John Hambury.
Oh, thanks, Harold. And the boys are back in town, Cody.
Yeah, it feels good. Feels good. Coming perfect start. Boys had us in perfect water. Mint turn, mint pickup, and double surf. Couldn't ask for anything more.
Mate, where do you get it from?
Probably genetics, sister, probably. I don't know, maybe about that. I don't know.
But you've had a great weekend. You really performed at your top level. On that race, you're on point. You had a great pickup, been patient, you come back, and you just timed that race superbly.
Yeah, perfect from the start. Couldn't ask for anything more. Couldn't have done it better myself, so.
Ty, for a young bloke, mate, you're doing very well this weekend, and what an effort for you.
Yeah, super stoked. Couldn't do it, though, without the coach, Tia and Homie, also Connor, the mechanic. They put heaps of hours into us, and it's showing this weekend.
Tia, how do you feel?
Oh, I'm so stoked, John. All the teams done really well this weekend, pulled together, big team effort, so really stoked for all the kids.
Mate, go home and be proud for Kira, Point Danger Branch. All the very best. You are the Australian champions 2025.
Thanks, John. Thank you. Thanks, Johnny.
Yeah, thanks, John. Legends there from Kira doing the double under 23 male surf, open male surf Australian champions.
Yeah, unbelievable work. And one thing I do love about the squad, they probably seem to have the most amount of fun on the beach. I'm not too sure what they're doing there, but that's always something new.
Haven't seen that one before, no.
And we probably won't see it again either. So one more race left, is that it?
One more race left.
Any highlights for you so far this weekend over the 23s, the Masters, and today, the resurgence of Hampton? Have you enjoyed that?
Yeah, out of the blue, not expecting it. It's exactly what we love to see at an Aussies.
And there's not much in it too. It's good to see Williamtown in there. Thurrool, some great results there as well. So it really just shows on a knife's edge. If everything's perfect and someone's making some errors, anything can happen. And that's the beauty that we love about IRB racing.
Yeah, that's right. No one's got to go away and run with it like we did see last year. It has been sharing the wins around a little bit, some a little bit more than others, but it's definitely kept it exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, because last year, Aussies up at Miami, it seemed like it was probably the same 1 to 2 clubs on most of the races. It was Sunset, it was Kira, with a bit of sprinkling of some Broadbeach, Carl, a tiny bit of New South Wales, but today, it's everywhere. Unbelievable. But we're going to take a short break here at the 2025 SHARKSKIN IRB Championships at the picturesque and most beautiful Southwest Rocks. We'll be back shortly.
Yeah, we make it right here in Newcastle, Australia. Not only we ship it here, we ship it all around the world. We reinvented the wetsuit with a 3-layered fabric that is lighter, warmer, and it's neutrally buoyant. We also reinvented the rashing. We've got something that's lightweight, it's super durable, and 100% chlorine resistant. Come in and check us out at our concept store here in Beresfield, one of our friendly retailers, or online. Thanks for buying SHARKSKIN.
SHARKSKIN keeping us warm in and out of the water. These results, Kira Team CT. Tell me about the Barwon Heads team, though.
Barwon Heads 13th beach. We see Jake, the driver, keep up the pace with the young boys across the line.
Great result there. Kira Team JC as well. Hampton J, Miami Beach Team D, South Melbourne Kahuna Daddies. Equal fifth.
Equal fifth. Dead heat for fifth.
Williamstown and Barwon Heads 13 Beach Team A taking home that 8th spot in the final. And Jacob, you wanted to take that Team A off them and put it back on his chest because he is a silver medalist with Shay Scott and Kai Slavinskas. Last race of the day?
The Taplin, as most like to call it. The longest race in the championship.
The longest race. So we saw it earlier in the semi-finals. But I'll tell you what, the Macleay Valley Coast, we really love the hospitality of having us down here, this untouched part of the world. Strategic partners SHARKSKIN and BRP, ensuring that our craft can get moved nicely along the beach. Qantas, Westpac, DHL, and Isuzu Ute. Nothing beats an Isuzu Ute. Did you know that? They're fast. And we do get special deals being a lifesaver, so be sure to contact your local dealer if you're in the market for a new D-Max or a Ute. Miami on screen there as well. Got the last bit of scrutineering on the beach. So with this one, the tubes are all provided by Surf Life Saving Australia, so the equipment is all correct and in good order. What else are we checking?
That's right. They'll just be going through, checking, making sure that there is a tube in the boat. Everything else that's supposed to be in the boat is in there. Motors hooked up, safety chains hooked up.
Question. On patrol, we have to have an oar in the boat. Is there an oar in the boat whilst we're racing?
No oars in the boat while racing.
Hence why there's not many bang shins or heels, because that does hurt.
Exactly right. But now onto the start list for the biggest race, the Open Mixed IRB Relay. In 1, the Hampton Skunks. In 2, Broadbeach Black. 3, Kira Team A. 4, Miami Beach Team A. 5, Kiama Downs Red. 6, Newport Gold. 7, Karawa Team A. And 8, Caves Beach, Caves Maroon.
I'm just trying to think. No kisses of death. We're just going to call this race as we see it. We are now in the starters' hands. Last race of the 2025 IRB Championships.
And away we go for the IRB Mixed Relay. Kira in 3 with the best of those starts. Not far behind them, Miami in 4. And then to Broadbeach in 2. Looks like a bit of a Queensland dominance lead from the get-go.
Well, we saw that earlier in the semi-final. So the Karawa Team A, Kira Team A, both in heat number 1 were dominant. It was those in 1-2, Daylight, second to Newport, and then there was a fair way off for the Hampton Skunks. Heat semi-final number 1, same thing again for that Caves Beach Maroon. Can they keep the momentum? It was Miami after that, Broadbeach. But as they make their way to that first can, the swimmers are getting the work done. And on screen at the moment, the Kira boys working ultra hard in lane 6 there. But it looks like possibly Newport Gold at the bottom down there as well. I know that's going to be Tommy Doyle pushing hard. So 6 at the moment, holding on to that lead. But all the movements coming up in alley number 3, which is that Kira Team A. 10 metres to go as the rates pick up. The lungs are burning, thighs are burning. Patient is pulling hard. Boat getting into position. Pickups need to be cleaned. Swimmer driving, dragging themselves in. Patient in there as well. First pickup and away, but it's the strength of the squad. Kira in 1 at the moment. Newport in 2. Tucked in underneath them, it's going to be Karawa. That's our top 3 at the moment.
Yeah, super speedy pickup by Kira. We see the swimmer from Newport and swimmer from Kira make it to the boat at the same time, but Kira with a bit of a boat length lead at the moment. Ben Domericky out around the bubble, tagging in the next Bailey Nash to begin the mass leg.
Oh, awkward little shore dump on there, but it looks like Newport might actually get in the boat with some water firstly. Oh, 1 pull, 2 pull. Oh, costly stuff there. And all that is done is just compound that lead, extend that a little bit more. The Kira Team A leading us out strongly at the moment, and it looks like
Karawa and Newport battling for second. Kira with a bit of a gap on the field. Very clean pickup now. Karawa with some better can work there, edging their nose in front of Newport.
Yeah, that's where the work come through there. So Kira A team in the lead at the moment. Karawa into Newport in 3. Few more legs to go. Bailey Nash looking comfortable through there. Nice deep finish, holding her feet. And we're around and back out again.
Yeah, transitions are vital here. We see the Karawa team making their way back down to the boat. Kira off and away we go. Karawa also with a fantastic transition, maybe closing the gap a little bit, getting away from Newport. Broadbeach in 2 doing very well, hunting down that 3rd place finish.
Oh, I think they've taken that 3rd at the moment there, Josh. They had a really nice transition through there. Elite pace off the beach. Lead still getting extended there for the Kira team. But here comes Broadbeach trying to get closer and closer to that silver medal position and hoping for some kind of error at that front, but it's not going to happen at the moment. Newport holding on to 4th. Kira still in that lead.
Yeah, Kira coming into that transition now, getting ready to swap from the mass leg into the team's leg. Karawa in that transition is also. Kira just entering the boat again. Can they get it pulled? Yes, they start off and away we go. Karawa not far behind. Karawa closing the gap a little bit on Kira. Broadbeach off the beach as well now.
I think just in that last little transition there, they've chopped that lead in half at the moment. So Karawa not out of it at the moment. Their first turn coming around. Oh, a little bit sloppy there from Kira. Just opening the door for the rest of the squad through a nice little sharp turn in that 4th position there for Newport. Broadbeach still holding on to that 3rd spot at the moment. Kira in the lead, Karawa chasing hard from behind. 3rd and 4th still up for grabs at the moment between Broadbeach and that of Newport.
Yeah, coming in now for the transition for the second part of the team's leg. We see on screen there Jacob Sands getting around the bubble, tagging in the next one here. Getting down to the boat. Can they get in and get started? Yes, they can. Kira in, they're off. Karawa in, they're off. Broadbeach, they're off. Newport still hotly contesting that third place.
Yeah, it's tight between third and fourth. I think just Kira keeping everyone else at bay at the moment. Not too much damage on that lead at the moment. Clean pickup through and in. So they are off and away back to shore. The back markers have got some work to do. Hampton Skunks, so too the Miami Beach A team. Kima Down's in there as well. Caves Beach Maroon with a heap of work to do, but all the work has been perfect out in the lead at the moment for that Kira Team A.
Yeah, so Cody Nash bringing it in, changing over to this final leg run by Tia Domaraki. Entering for that last leg now. Can she fart? Yep, first pull, she's off and away we go. Karawa, beautiful transition from Karawa, solidifies that second place position. The battle for third is still on, but no one can touch Kira out in front into that turn. Little bit of stoppage, little bit slowing down.
But no damage there, no harm, no foul. So third place is still on at the moment, but it looks like it might just be Broadbeach ahead of Newport. Carroll was going to be comfortable in that silver medal position, but Kira leading us home.
Yeah, here we have the Gold Coast dominance showing. Kira, Karawa, Broadbeach. Kira across the line comfortably. Karawa across the line.
Then that sprint finish for that minor placings. We're just watching the background there. And then I think it's going to be Broadbeach. They're all smiles on the dials there. Newport's going to take home that fourth place. But strength of the squad was on show there. And Kira dominant from start to finish in the IRB relay.
Yeah, that's exactly how you want to run this event. It's a very long event. You want to get out in front and extend. So if you do make any mistakes, it's not too costly. If you're behind chasing tails the whole race, any mistake you make, your race is probably over.
So the man that's been in the water more than anyone all weekend, Dell, just on the screen there. But the start was perfect. Lane 2, bang, up, out and away. 3 there, strong.
Yeah.
Just awkward. So that little double up through there. Unfortunately, Caves just got knocked back a little bit into that shallow water. Timing can be key there, but the deep water is obviously going to be harder to get in. And this is the work of the swimmers here. Last 5 or so metres there. Kira at the top of the screen. Newport had a couple of really good swims there, but the transitions were all about Kira today.
Yeah, that's right. So bit of a shore break on. Transitions are difficult at the best of times when you do have a shore break. It only compounds the matter. But yeah, Kira handled them all to perfection. I don't think I saw a single double pull from Kira that whole event.
Yeah, so double pull, it might only be half a second. If you do that 3 times, that's a second and a half. And what are we talking pace-wise when we're going 42 kilometres an hour, a second and a half?
Again, a second and a half, that's probably a third of the course. So we see on the screen now, a second and a half in the boat is probably the difference between Kira and Kara there. So yeah, a double, triple pull would have closed that gap right up.
It was perfect, it was precise, it was powerful, and then the whole squad is there. Nice finish there for the Carroll squad. And then the social media manager getting it done for the squad. And these are the scenes you love to see too. The whole squad down there at the end of a whole season. All the sessions, everything in there, and it's now going down to the beach with John Hambry with the Kira squad.
Yes, Harold, I'm down here in the Kira scrum at the moment, and I've just been pushed from side to side, but I don't mind. Tia, take us through that fantastic race.
Oh, John, that was just incredible watching each and every member of our team push so hard, try and just get everything right, keep it clean. The whole entire team has worked so hard this season, been so many changes and challenges. Our B Tapland unfortunately didn't make it through to the finals, but we wouldn't have been here without them pushing us through, helping with our boat. So it's just amazing to see the whole team up here, and everyone deserves it. We love you all.
And Benny, we saw that start was just flawless. Every transition was flawless. You must just push that down. A lot of training and a lot of good management by your coaches and your managers.
Definitely. Every weekend we're doing the same repetitive teams changeovers, getting them right and working so hard.
Kira's a strong club, Tia. You know, you train together, you run together. So what is the heart and soul of Kira?
Oh, it'd definitely be Andrew McAuliffe, our coach. You can't see him at the moment, but he's currently crying behind his sunnies. So, yeah, definitely Andrew, our support system. We've got our mechanics and our team managers, our mums and dads. So we're a very dysfunctional family, but it works.
Mate, it worked this weekend because, again, you're 2025 Australian champions in the Taplin or the relay. And what a fantastic effort for Point Danger Branch and Kira and also Queensland.
Yeah, we're stoked. 3 gold Taplins now. Is that right, team? Yeah. 4. Oh, sorry, 4. 4 gold Taplins.
All right, folks, that is the Australian champions you've been talking to, Kira 2025.
All the energy there, smiles on dials. And the number 1 signifies being the best in the nation there. And here we go. They've got easy there. The hammer might have to throw down. He loves it, Big Johnny Hambury. So the results for the Taplin Relay points go down to that 6th place. Take us through it.
So, in first place, we have Kira Team A. Second place, Karawa Team A. To round out the podium, Broadbeach Black. And we see also 4th, Miami Beach Team A, showing that Gold Coast dominance, top half of the field.
You can't say that.
Newport Gold in 5th, Caves Beach, Caves Maroon in 6th to round out the points. Then down to Hampton and Kiama Downs.
Oh, unbelievable scenes you're going to see. That wraps up the carnival. We've got to give big thanks to the Surf Club here at Southwest Rocks. We're here again next year. Lock in your accommodation. Book it in. Let's get ready to go again because it was an unbelievable host event here on the Macleay Valley coast. Our officials, the weather's been pretty good. It's been cold. We haven't had too much rain.
Yeah, not too much rain. Sun's just started to come back out again for today. It's really warmed it up. Can't ask for much better weather than what we've had.
Oh, it's been ideal. Not too many waves, not too much wind, not too much rain. The sunshine has been up and about and out. The officials have done an amazing job. The support crew on the water, the guys on the IRBs and the jet skis working the whole carnival. They're here at 5:30 in the morning, setting up the course, ensuring that it is all equally, it is all equitable because, especially at the Australian Championships, everything has to be fair and fast.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So many hours from so many different people go into making sure this runs smoothly, and this has been a very smooth release. It's been great to be a part of.
Yeah, and the one thing that can't be understated is these skills that are on show today, ladies and gentlemen, is surf life-saving rescuing at its best. If the swell's big, if the swell's small, these people are getting out there in all conditions. They are racing, they're competing, but they're also honing their skills. And with their skills getting at such a high level, it then filters back down through to the rest of the club. So we're teaching our IRB drivers, our crew people, how to be first and foremost safe, and then having the best technique out there. So even though it's competition and it's fast, it is still about our core priority of life-saving. So we love being here. Josh, highlights for the weekend?
Highlights for the weekend have to be the couple of doubles that happened. Broadbeach doubles, Hampton doubles, Kira doubles. It's great to see.
Yeah, I'm going to double up on that one. I think that has been fantastic. And that is going to wrap up the show here, ladies and gentlemen, for the 2025 SHARKSKIN IRB Championships at the beautiful Southwest Rocks. Big thanks to Surf Life Saving Australia, Big Voice Media for putting it on for us all afternoon. I've been Harold Marshall, Josh Clemson next to me, and we'll see you next time. Peace.